What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE Money in the Bank 2019 review. The show from May 19th. Oh, wait a minute. I said May 19th. Where's Kane? Where's the Big Red Machine? Where's the Big Red Monster? Where's the Devil's favorite demon? Where's the Demon Kane? Is he coming? No, he's not. um, for those who don't know, that was a storyline of May 19th where involved Kane back in 2016 with the Imposter Kane. Basically, also, before that too, the movie, See No Evil that Kane was in, as Jacob Goodnight, this murderer, whatever, in his home, whatever, killing all these people that came to his home, that movie. And that was the storyline. Anyways. But, yeah. The show from May 19th, 2019. It will feature the brand of Raw and SmackDown and 205 Live. We'll get to that. Under the promotion of the WWE. They're in Hartford, Connecticut at the XL Center. Your commentators of Raw was Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Renee Young. Your commentators for SmackDown were Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton. Your commentators for 205 Live were Vic Joseph, Nigel McGuinness, and Aiden English. Your commentators for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Tom Phillips. No, I'm sorry. Okay, it was just Michael Cole and Corey Graves. My apologies. But for the women's, well, actually, Byron Saxton. Okay, yeah, for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton. For the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, you had Renee Young, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton. Basically, Byron Saxton did two commentary jobs for the two Money in the Bank ladder matches. But we'll get to that momentarily. You also have your Spanish commentators, your German commentators, your global phenomenon commentators. There you go. Your ring announcers, Greg Hamilton for SmackDown 205 Live and for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and Mike Rowan for the Raw and for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Your interviewers were Charlie Caruso and Sarah Schnarroker. I don't know. I can't say her. I don't know how to say her last name, but I apologize to that beautiful woman. By the way, she is beautiful. But your pre-show panel features Jonathan Coachman, Charlie Caruso, David Otunga, Sam Roberts, and Beth Phoenix. I didn't watch the pre-show, folks. Let's get the pre-show out of the way, though. The pre-show featured the Usos, Jimmy and Jay from Raw, versus the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions from SmackDown, Daniel Bryan and Rowan, in the regular tag team match in 11 minutes and 5 seconds with the Usos winning. Moving on to the opening show, which it was the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, lasted 13 minutes and 50 seconds. Your participants were Naomi, who for some reason was dressed like a bumblebee. Okay. Don't understand that theme for Money in the Bank, but whatever. Natalya, Nikki Cross, Mandy Rose being accompanied by Sonya Deville, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Ember Moon, and Bayley. Nikki Cross' performance, she was acting all crazy. She used the ladder as a helicopter to hit her opponents. Mandy Rose fell into it, making it look like it was fake and orchestrated. Bayley, on the other hand, made it look like it was a natural cause, in a way. Basically, make it look like it was for real. Naomi, I think she got hit with a one from it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, but Nikki Cross, she did a good job on this women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Who replaced Alexa Bliss, because Alexa Bliss wasn't making it clear to compete for this women's Money in the Bank ladder match, but whatever. Natalya, I thought she did decent in the match. However, she's gotta stop doing that move that I always hate her doing every time when she does it. Where it takes to her, placing her opponent down and then running the ropes and then stepping on her shoulder or whatever, on behind or whatever. She did it to Naomi here when Naomi was on the ladder, and the way it was done, it didn't look safe, and it looked like Naomi almost got hurt. Luckily, she didn't get hurt for real there. But at the same time, Natalya needs to stop that move. I always hate that move when she does that. I wasn't a fan of it when she first did it, and I'm still not a fan of it of her doing it now. So she needs to stop doing that move before she hurts someone in the ring. She at one time almost hurt herself. So she needs to stop doing that move. I don't know why she thought, coming up with that move is a clever move to do. No, it's not clever. It's fucking dangerous. Anyways, Naomi, her performance, she was the highlight of this match. You know, it pertains to a lot of cool stuff that she was doing in the match. At one point, she was dodging some ladders, and then she was outnumbered with the ladders. But then she ends up ducking them anyways. That was pretty cool the way it was done. So yeah, Naomi was definitely the highlight of this match. Dana Brooke, she actually did pretty good in this match. She at one point was dangling on the cable that was holding the briefcase and everything. And yeah, and besides that, yeah, I thought she did a good job in this match. So Carmella, she was being a little rough in the match, basically doing some type of shoot in a way. But I'll get to more Carmella once I get to Mandy Rose. But let me get to Ember Moon first. Ember Moon, she was the MVP of this match for one move and one move only, and that was and she did pretty good in the match too, by the way. You know, pertains to her being the highlight as well. But the one move made her the MVP of this match, and that was the eclipse off the ladder to Natalya. Basically, the ladder was set up outside the ring, and then she did the eclipse to Natalya inside the ring, and it was pretty amazing. So let's get to Mandy Rose now. So Mandy Rose, she was not that good in this ladder match. To maybe one part of the match, I thought she was good, which was the knee strike that she does. But other than that, she was not that good in this match. And then on top of that, she did a shoot kick of Carmella's leg with the ladder, that where Carmella ends up getting hurt. Carmella kept pushing her 3 times to get her to get away from me and all that. Mandy Rose was being at that point was being reckless. She had no idea what was going on. She was like a deer in headlights when something like that was going on. Not realizing that Carmella is seriously hurt. So Carmella has to take out the match. Then she came back later on. Mandy Rose sees Carmella coming back, and then they end up fighting. Carmella gets the better of her, and Carmella was shooting at her too as well, by the way, because basically giving her a receipt after what she did to her. So I think she did got hurt for real, but it was nothing too serious though. Based on how of what I read and what I've seen too, Carmella's okay. So she tried to get the briefcase. I trying to remember if it was Carmella who tried to get the briefcase. So then Sonya Deville came out she's been out there, but she came out there to stop Carmella and stop anyone else, and to get Mandy Rose to get onto the briefcase. Now before I get to who got the briefcase, Bayley, her performance in the match I thought was pretty good too. She didn't do nothing that much impactful, but she was very tolerable in this match as well. So now let's get to the end here. So Mandy Rose is being hoisted up on top of Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville is trying to help her get to the briefcase. Bayley comes out of nowhere on the other end of the ladder. Pie faces Mandy Rose, and also Pie faces Sonya Deville, both women going down. And Bayley retrieves the briefcase. Your winner, Ms. Money in the Bank, or should I say Ms. Bayley in the Bank, in the way. And yeah, so Bayley wins the briefcase, which I predicted. Good for her. Good for her. I'm very happy for her. Next we get to Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Samoa Joe for Samoa Joe's WWE United States Championship. Let's get to the match. So Samoa Joe in the match, he ends up suffering a broken nose by Rey Mysterio Jr. So I guess I don't know if it was supposed to be booked this way. Christian from the Asylum, Mr. Ricky J21, he told me about some reports about that, but I think they will try to play out here what pertains to Joe loses to Mysterio in seconds, not in seconds, like in like basically the same time like at WrestleMania. Which is why they had to call an audible because Samoa Joe ends up having a broken nose and he ends up bleeding. And Mysterio goes for a cover, and referee goes for the 3 count. Samoa Joe's shoulder was clearly up. You could see his shoulder was clearly up, and referee still counts to 3. Right there, seeing the referee see, it's right there where Samoa Joe's shoulder was up, and he still counts to 3. Now I didn't mind Mysterio winning, in that faction, which was 1 minute and 40 seconds. But the fact that the referee still counted the 3, knowing that he could see Samoa Joe's shoulder up, he still counted 3. Dumb. So Mysterio was celebrating after the match with his son Dominic. He came out there. Also, Samoa Joe comes back out to attack Rey Mysterio Jr. While Dominic had no choice but to watch his father get beaten up while he's helpless. And Samoa Joe was there's certain the fact that Samoa Joe was is furious that he lost to Mysterio that quickly. So that was the story to tell you. Which tells you also this feud is going to continue. But based on what happened with Rey Mysterio Jr., he's injured. And Samoa Joe, who wasn't on TV, he's also injured too, but pertains to having a broken nose. So we don't know what's going on in that situation, but hopefully we'll find out soon enough. We get to Shane McMahon versus The Miz in a steel cage match. Lasted 13 minutes. Match itself, I thought it was decent. I was enjoying the match for what it was. Using the cage as a weapon and all that. These guys were all going at it every time in the match. Miz at one point got Shane McMahon in the figure 4 late lock, but Shane McMahon gets to the ropes, but referee says no, there's no rope breaks. So Shane McMahon decided to crawl to the cage door, try to escape. Miz ends up pulling him back in, and Shane McMahon ends up getting a steel chair in the process of it. And Shane McMahon hit the Miz, trying to hit the Miz with a steel chair. I think he did one time. Either one time or 2 times. I can't remember. But the Miz ends up getting the steel chair. And the Miz ends up using the steel chair on Shane McMahon multiple times, and uses the chair as on the floor. He could hit the skull crusher finale, Miz's finishing move onto Shane McMahon. Pins Shane McMahon. Referee goes for the count, and as soon as referee was about to get ready to hit the 3, all of a sudden Shane McMahon's foot was on the rope, and the referee said rope break. And I was like, wait a minute, there's no disqualification in steel cage matches. Even Michael Cole on commentary saying, he was basically calling the referee saying, there's no disqualifications, ref, what are you doing? And I'm like, exactly. So Shane McMahon, he got to the ropes when the figure 4 leg lock was on, but when Miz pinned Shane McMahon later on, it's okay to miss to have a rope break from pinfall, but for submission, that right there, it ruined the match for me. Oh, by the way, I should mention too, during the match too, before the whole rope break happened, during the match, we got fans chanting for CM Punk and AEW. I was annoyed at that at first because while I was first watching the match, I was enjoying the match for what it was, but the fans were chanting for CM Punk and AEW, which means they were not interested in this match, and I was annoyed. But then once we got to the whole bullshit where Shane McMahon had his foot in the rope in the steel cage match, where there's no disqualifications, which means there should be no rope breaks, the fans chanted for bullshit, and I agree, it was bullshit, and because it was bullshit, me personally, I stopped caring about the match. Fuck this match. And then even worse, the finish. So the Miz gets Shane McMahon because Shane McMahon's getting ready to escape the cage, basically teasing that Shane McMahon's going to be superplexed off the cage by the Miz back in the ring. But instead, Shane McMahon ends up sliding out of his jersey. Miz was holding on to his jersey. Shane McMahon falls down, and Shane McMahon wins the match by escaping the cage. But here's the problem here too. You know how acting in movies, whatever, either a TV show or movies, whatever, and what pertains to acting, when you're grabbing on someone's shirt or whatever, and then you try to pull them back up, but also they slip out of it, either accidentally or on purpose, and all they have left is the shirt or whatever. Miz, now, he was supposed to hold on to the jersey, but for some reason the jersey fell down along with Shane McMahon. And yet the Miz is known to be the Miz is known to be an actor, what pertains to him doing the Marine movies. Stupid. But the point of this match is, folks, is that Shane McMahon once again wins the match against The Miz. So The Miz gets no revenge, no justice for his father. Shane McMahon just beats him. That's it. End of the feud. And why did Shane McMahon have to win? Because they're building up Shane McMahon versus Roman Reigns. Speaking of Roman Reigns, I'll get to him later on. Which something about that part pissed me off too. But I'll get to that later. Tony Nese defends his WWE Cruiserweight Championship against Arya Daivari. Arya Daivari came out there with his vehicle, his Toyota vehicle. It was all silver and everything. He's basically doing the Alberto Del Rio entrance. Honking the horn and everything. So the match happens. It lasted 9 minutes and 25 seconds. Decent match. And then it ends up picking up at the end. I do have to call one thing represents Arya Daivari. He went for the inverted Boston Crab, but then he slipped, but he ends up getting back on his feet and everything. And the match ends up picking up, which I thought was pretty good. Back and forth between Tony Nese and Arya Daivari, and in the end, Tony Nese also win the match with the Roman Nese. So yeah, but unfortunately, one problem, folks. No one cared about this match, which is unfortunate. At this point, this should have been on the pre-show too as well. If the fans wasn't going to care about this match, then it should have been on the pre-show too. I am disappointed. Yeah, the same WWE fans are upset with WWE when pertains to the main show of Raw and SmackDown, and to a degree of pay-per-views. But when 205 Live does something, when it pertains to having a good match, they don't care. We get to Becky Lynch. Becky 2 belts, what pertains to defending her Raw Women's Championship in 8 minutes and 40 seconds against Lacey Evans. Match itself, it was pretty good, I thought. I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed the match for what it was. Made Lacey Evans, she was dressing up, looking green. Because she's green, represents her wrestling. She's still green. But she had her green attires for the Demon Money in the Bank. She had her own money gun. And she shot money gun, and it's her on a $100 bill. Basically Lacey Evans on a $100 bill. I'm assuming it was a $100 bill, but it wasn't real money though. But still, but I thought it was a nice touch there though. But yeah, match itself, like I said, I thought it was a good match. I enjoyed the match for what it was, and in the end, I'm trying to remember. There was something about the referee. Oh yeah, I read about that one. And actually, it was in this match too, by the way, with just another referee. So Becky Lynch is being rolled up by Lacey Evans in the schoolgirl or schoolboy, whichever you want to say, but with potential women's is schoolgirl. And referee was going to start doing the count, but then for some reason he decided to score around. Cause I'm saying to myself, wait a minute, what are you doing, referee? Becky Lynch's shoulders are down. Count. And for some reason he decided to go around. I'm like, what the fuck you? What the fuck's going on with these referees? And here's the thing represents to the referees. It wasn't Derek Moore. Derek Moore, who I always call him out. That black referee who looks like a Muppet, who's incompetent and everything. Well, tonight, represents to Derek Moore, the referee. Well, I think he was in the Money in the Bank ladder match. For both of them, for the men and women's. For the first time ever, he was actually competent. As far as the 3 referees that were, the referee, the United States Championship match, the Steel Cage match, and then you get the Raw Women's Championship match. Obviously, there's 3 different referees. Obviously, 3 different Caucasian referees, and for some reason they were acting like a bunch of goofballs. But anyway, so let's say Evans ends up being put into the disarm her. And then Lacey Evans taps out, so Becky Lynch wins the match to retain her Raw Women's Championship. And then, after the match, Becky Lynch is getting ready to leave. She's high-fiving fans. All of a sudden, Charlotte Flair comes out. She starts smiling. And I'm like, oh my god, I hate this. I don't mind her coming out there and, to feel confident and all that and cocky. But she does way too much smiling. It just annoys the fuck out of me. If I was Charlotte Flair, and I was in a situation like that, pertains to giving the SmackDown Women's Championship, I will walk out there and look with a serious look on my face, and then take off my robe, because she was wearing her robe, by the way, and then stop Ricky right there and says, no, you ain't going nowhere. Get back in the ring. We're going to have this match right now. I'll take that belt away from you, and you know, I'll be right here in the right, waiting for you in the ring, and let's see if you really are the man, you know, because you know Becky Lynch is the man, right? I would have done like that with potential Charlotte Flair. Yeah, if I was in Charlotte Flair's shoes. But no, Charlotte Flair decided to come out there smiling, looking like a douchebag. So the match happens. 6 minutes and 15 seconds it lasted for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, which Becky Lynch is the champion. And by the way, I should mention too, the fans from the Raw Women's Championship title match, they were chanting for Becky 2 belts, which is Becky Lynch. So the match happened, you know, and I enjoyed the match for what it was too. I thought the match was good. For the time they was given. So then Lacey Evans comes out and Mike Killer didn't see what was going on with Becky Lynch there. But then after Becky Lynch got hit with the woman's right by Lacey Evans, all of a sudden Mike Killer is ready to call the match and everything, but between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch because Charlotte Flair got back in the ring. All of a sudden now Mike Killer sees the Lacey Evans out there, like I know that part I let go. I let it go because it's whatever. So Charlotte Flair goes for the big boot, but here's the problem: she missed, and Bayley sold it. The idiots, production trucks, you know, they could get a right angle to make it look like Charlotte Flair hit Becky Lynch, but no, they had to do an angle where Charlotte Flair, you could clearly see that Charlotte Flair missed Becky Lynch by a foot. That was so poor job for the production crew. But you know, at this point, I'm not surprised. It just surprised me because you got Kevin Dunn, who's in charge of the production crew, what pertains to camera angles and everything. You know, Kevin Dunn, who's responsible for these cameramans to do shaky camera, shaky camera. Zoom in. I'm trying to calm down, folks. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Good scrubber. Sorry about that, folks. So in the end, Charlotte Flair ends up winning and become the new SmackDown Women's Champion 9 times. So after the match, Becky Lynch goes after Charlotte Flair. I mean, not Charlotte Flair, Lacey Evans for costing her the match, you know, in a way. And then Charlotte Flair decides to go after Becky Lynch. And I say to myself, wait a minute, why are you going after Becky Lynch? You got what you wanted. You won the SmackDown Women's Championship. Why do you care about Becky Lynch going after Lacey Evans? The same Lacey Evans who's from Raw, and Charlotte Flair is on SmackDown. Oh, wait a minute. Wild card rule. Whatever. So we get a beat down between Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair onto Becky Lynch. And then Bayley comes out. Because at this point, the crowd were chanting for Bayley. Bayley. So Bayley comes out. She takes out Lacey Evans. Charlotte Flair fights off Bayley. But then Bayley fights Charlotte Flair back. And all of a sudden, Bayley is milking this whole fans, should I cash it in? And the crowds were trying, cash it in. And then Bayley was like, I'm cashing it in. Mike Hill gets the briefcase, and Mike Hill rings for the bell. Bayley goes for whatever move she went for to take out Charlotte Flair, and then she goes to the top rope, and goes for the, the Macho Man Randy Savage elbow drop, the Bayley elbow drop, the belly elbow drop, basically. But but Bayley gets the direct count in the win. So your winner and new SmackDown Women's Champion in 20 seconds, Bayley. And the crowds were going nuts for Bayley and all that. And yeah, Bayley won. Here's the difference here what pertains to Money in the Bank cash-in, folks. What pertains to last year with Carmella, people wasn't cheering for Carmella because they're fans of Carmella. They were cheering for Carmella because of the cash-in. After the cash-in with Carmella, and she was SmackDown Women's Champion, no reaction because no one cares about Carmella. Bayley, on the other hand, people care about Bayley even before the Money in the Bank concept. Because she was on NXT, obviously, because there's no Money in the Bank on NXT. And on top of that, there was no women's Money in the Bank ladder match. There was no such thing as women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So that's another reason why too. But Bayley, she's a fan favorite, obviously, to everyone. Where pertains to the 4 horsewomen in WWE, with her and Sasha Banks. Bayley is a fan favorite, obviously. Not in Canada though, in Montreal. I'll explain that part why. when I did that review. Doesn't go back to that one. But anyways, so Bayley, she's gonna get the same reaction afterwards as if WWE doesn't fuck it up, which I do think WWE is gonna fuck this up anyway. Either way, WWE is gonna fuck this up for Bayley. So yeah, Bayley is your new SmackDown Women's Champion, and the crowd were happy that Bayley won. She went into the crowd celebrating and everything, and like awesome. I love this. I love this. This was a great moment for Bayley. And on top of that, the booking was right. It was done right. Charlotte Flair coming out there to Becky Lynch after Becky Lynch went to a match against Lacey Evans. Charlotte Flair just beat Becky Lynch to become the new SmackDown Women's Champion, and then Bayley comes out, catches in on Charlotte Flair. Basically, karma has struck right back to Charlotte Flair. So, what goes around comes around. Turnabout, fair play. And then Charlotte Flair is going to be like, don't you know two wrongs also make it right? I guarantee she's going to be like that. But I don't know if she has or not. But which is a SmackDown. But I don't know. Who cares? I'll watch the show anyways. But yeah. I'm happy for Bayley that she won. And this is obviously a shot to Sasha Banks, where WWE is like, oh, see, Bayley, you see Sasha Banks, this could have been you, but instead we give it to your best friend Bayley. And I hope Sasha Banks doesn't take the bait of coming back to WWE to face Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, where it pertains to the lead up for SummerSlam. And why do I say that? Because of one person that came back, which has something to do with what pertains to the WWE Championship. But I'm not gonna get into that one until, whenever I can. But it's not gonna be on here though. But yeah, good for Bayley though. Then we get to the next match. Roman Reigns was walking from the hallway. From the hallway, getting ready to go to the arena, and then Elias comes out of nowhere, hits him with his Kusuf guitar from the back of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns sells being knocked out. Then Elias goes into the arena. He gets his, everything is up in the ring. He got his electric guitar because he misses his Kusuf guitar to break Roman Reigns' back, and also part of his head too, by the way. So Elias is doing his concert in Connecticut, because that's where they're at, in Hartford, Connecticut. He's crapping on the fans of Hartford, Connecticut, and he says to them, "I don't love you, and I don't thank you, whoever," something like that. And then he leaves because he was done after that. And then all of a sudden, dun 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 dun, because he's based on stage. Roman Reigns comes out of nowhere. Superman punches him. Basically, Roman Reigns no-sold the guitar. He didn't sell the pain. He didn't sell that, oh, I'm weak or I'm woozy because of the guitar shot. No, he came out there and he was fine. So then he gets Elias in the ring. Match began. Roman Reigns, spear, 1, 2, 3. 10 seconds it lasted. What the fuck was the point of this match? The point of this match was to bury Elias. Well, guess what? You did a good job of it. And on top of that, he sure was buried too, because after Elias took that spear from Roman Reigns, Elias was laying on in the ring with his eyes closed, like he was dead. Yeah, his career is dead. I don't understand why WWE doesn't go all the way with Elias. He is over with these crowds. Doesn't matter if he's a heel or a face, because Elias was a heel, and then WWE decided to turn because he was a face at one point, and then WWE decided to turn him heel for no fucking reason. And this guy's making WWE a lot of money with some merch that people buy up from Elias, because they find him entertaining, they find him amusing, they want to see this guy to succeed in WWE. And what does WWE do? Nah, it's not for you, Elias. We're gonna take that away from you, because it's not meant for you. It's meant for Roman Reigns. You're not meant to get over. Like a Braun Strowman. You're not meant to get over. It's for Roman Reigns. And why did they do this to Roman Reigns too? What was him getting the better of Elias at the end of it? Because Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon is going to be happening, folks, at Saudi Arabia Super Showdown. Whatever. Seth Rollins defends his Universal Championship in 19 minutes and 45 seconds against the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. As far as this match was, this was the best match on the card. this match, oh my God, Seth Rollins and AJ Styles with the new moves that they added into their arsenal over to the wrestling styles, because these guys wrestled each other before. Tyler Black versus AJ Styles before they came to WWE. They was doing their the moves that they were doing years ago, but now they evolve where they got new moves into the craft of pro wrestling, and they have improved with pertains to doing some moves to fit in to fit in of how they go to work through it, with pertains to wrestling opponents at the opponents and everything. And this match was incredible. It was back and forth all these two. These guys were they could have gone another 10 minutes, and I would have enjoyed it. I would have enjoyed this match. This was that damn good. Seth Rollins, kudos to Seth Rollins, and most likely kudos to AJ Styles. Just counters after counters, false finish after false finish. It was just unbelievable, folks. Of course, in the end, Seth Rollins ends up winning the match with a curb stomp. AJ Styles sold it pretty well, and yeah, Seth Rollins ends up retaining. As we all thought he would. He just won the belt since WrestleMania, so and that was basically it. So after the match, AJ Styles goes to shake the hand of Seth Rollins, and the handstroke basically a sportsmanship happened there. So after that, where does AJ Styles go? After that now, where does AJ Styles go from here? I don't know. Actually, I do know, but I don't like it. I do not like it, but whatever. Then we get to Kofi Kingston defending his WWE championship against Kevin Owens in 14 minutes and 10 seconds. This match was also good too. It was nowhere near the level of Seth Rollins and AJ Styles, but it was number 2 best match on the card there. Kofi Kingston and Kevin Owens worked pretty well together. Kevin Owens as a heel and Kofi Kingston as a babyface, and as a New Day. Which, by the way, Kofi Kingston has some new colors for his New Day gear, which is the Jamaican colors. What we're saying to Kofi Kingston SOS. But yeah, this match was pretty good. There was nothing bad about this match at all. The finish of the match though, Kevin Owens took off Kofi Kingston's shoes, and then Kofi Kingston ends up using the Trouble in Paradise, barefooted basically, to take out Kevin Owens and get the 3 count in the win. So in a way, kind of protect Kevin Owens in the loss there, kind of. So in the end, Kofi Kingston gets the 3 count in the win, and still you're WWE champion. There you go. And with that being said, what's next for Kofi Kingston? I know. But that's not here or there. Now we get to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. You got here's the story with this one, folks. Originally, Sami Zayn was supposed to be in there, or should I say, originally Braun Strowman was supposed to be there. But then ever since from the Golden Show of Raw, where Strowman is getting screwed over by Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin or Bobby Lashley. No, actually it was Drew McIntyre and Baron Corbin. Where Sami Zayn is depending on Braun Strowman, and the reason why is because Braun Strowman was supposed to be injured. And yet, Braun Strowman's juice showed up on Money in the Bank, and he looked fine. I said to myself, wait a minute, I thought he was injured. Yeah, so here's the thing. Braun Strowman showed up. This was earlier, way earlier. Braun Strowman showed up. No signs of him being hurt. No signs of him being injured. So what WWE just told us there. Because we heard reports of it that Braun Strowman was hurt, and then later on the reports ends up not being true. Braun Strowman was fine the entire time. So here's what happened between Sami Zayn. So Sami Zayn was supposed to be in this match too. He went to confront Triple H. Triple H was on his phone, whoever, and basically, folks, I didn't care about the segment. I skipped the segments, but I heard about what happened during those times. Because again, I didn't watch the segments. I didn't care about the segments on the show. All I cared about was to watch the wrestling. That's all I care about. The only segment I did care about was Elias with his concert. That's all. That's all the segments I saw. Other than that, I didn't give a fuck about any other segments on the show. So I skipped it. So what happened in those segments? Triple H had Sami Zayn in the skybox, I believe. I'm trying to remember if it was a skybox, so to protect himself from Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman shows up. He trying to find Sami Zayn. All of a sudden, Sami Zayn was hanging upside down. I didn't see this. I just heard about it. He was hanging upside down, and because the blood was flowing into his head so much, he went to the hospital. And then Triple H finds Braun Strowman to get confirmation that what you do on Sami Zayn. And then Braun Strowman was like, I don't know what you're talking about, and all that. And then Triple H was like, you know what, you're out of here. I'm asking you to leave, right? The building. And then Braun Strowman was like, whatever. So during this time, there was no mention who's gonna be the 8th man to replace Sami Zayn, because Sami Zayn is in the hospital, and Braun Strowman, it can't be Braun Strowman, because Triple H just wanted to reward him because he didn't believe that Braun Strowman, basically Triple H didn't believe that Braun Strowman had nothing to do with Sami Zayn being attacked, because Triple H assuming that it was Braun Strowman, but he just wasn't. But Triple H thinks that Braun Strowman wasn't telling the truth, so he kicked him out. So that way he wouldn't reward him. So we were never told by any commentators. We were never told by Triple H of who's going to be the 8th man in this match. So I'll get to who was the 8th man, because the 8th man did show up in this match. But I'll get to it. I'll want to get to it. But however, this match lasted 19 minutes. So let me talk about Ricochet. Basically you have Mustafa Ali, Andrade Cien Almas, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, and Ricochet. Alright, let me talk about Ricochet now. Ricochet, he was the highlight of this match. Not just him, but Andrade Cien Almas, Mustafa Ali, and Finn Balor, and a little bit of Baron Corbin. Randy Orton was kind of a highlight too as well, and also Drew McIntyre kind of in the way as well. But Ricochet, he was a highlight of the match. Now I wish he would have done the 630 off a ladder. That would have been cool, but unfortunately they didn't have him do that. But he still did good in the match, and potentially missing the ladder and doing a lot of high flying moves and everything. And then he ends up being taken out by Drew McIntyre by going through a ladder that was set up on the apron and on the broadcast table. Basically, Ricochet was done. He went through the ladder like he went through a table. Sick. He was dead. Then we get to Andrade Cien Almas. Andrade Cien Almas did a sunset flip powerbomb to Finn Balor off a ladder, which the ladder, there was no ladder, that was used as a bridge, like from the outside, but what pertains to the ladder from the inside, on the ropes and on the rungs of the ladder. So Andrade Cien Almas did a sunset flip powerbomb to Finn Balor, one shot to the ladder, and then the ladder falls down, and then Balor bounces up, and then lands on the ladder again. That was the sickest ladder bump I've ever seen in a ladder match before. I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, oh, like Finn Balor got killed in that. And oh my god. And then the crowds were chanting Yowie Wowie, Bray Wyatt's catchphrase. So yeah, so Andrade Cien also doing good in this match too. Not just because of that move, but because of that sunset flip powerbomb to Finn Balor on the ladder, which was a sick bump on that ladder. It was pretty nasty. Then we get to Finn Balor. I already talked about him already about the one sick bump he took, and then he took more sick bumps more pertains to the ladder, which with his back. At this point, like, oh my god, they're killing this guy. Yeah, he's busting his ass, and this ladder, taking all these bumps for to please the fans, to entertain the fans. It was pretty sick. But Finn Balor did some good moves in the match too as well. Finn Balor was he was still hanging in there. And by the way, Finn Balor is in the current champion in this match. But Finn Balor, my god, he took a lot of punishment in this match, and I appreciate that for just to Finn Balor. Drew McIntyre. I can't remember him doing much other than taking out Ricochet, Claymore kicking Finn Balor. Claymore kicking Baron Corbin. I remember him using the ladder as a weapon though. But yeah, but Drew McIntyre did pretty decent in this match too as well. Baron Corbin. Now, as much as I hate Baron Corbin now, Baron Corbin, he did some good moves in the match too. The choke slam to Mustafa Ali through the table, broadcast table, and the crowd were chanting, "You still suck." And like, yeah, he still does, but that was a pretty cool bump though. To Mustafa Ali by Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin betrayed Drew McIntyre at one point. Baron Corbin does the deep six. The deep six to I'm trying to remember who it was. Someone tried to do a suicide dive to Baron Corbin. I think it was Ricochet. Before Drew McIntyre took care of him. Where Baron Corbin caught Ricochet. And turns it into a deep six. And like, holy shit, that was awesome. I can't remember if he did the end of days. I can't remember if he did the end of days or not, but yeah, but Baron Corbin, he did pretty good in the match too. I'll give him credit for that. I'll give him props for that. I thought he did good. I thought he did good too. There you go. Randy Orton. Randy Orton was a highlight of this match because Randy Orton did you know how he does his back suplex to his opponents on the broadcast table, while clearing the desk and everything, which is good. He did it to Finn Balor. He did it to Ricochet. He did it to Mustafa Ali. At that point, we had crowds chanting, "Randy Orton, Randy Orton." Wow. So, and then Randy Orton ends up taking out Drew McIntyre by taking him off the ladder, and then catches him with an RKO out of nowhere. So Randy Orton went to climb on the ladder, try to get the briefcase, but unfortunately he couldn't because the bright lights is the WWE's production trucks put the lights down. I'm just kidding. That's not what happened. But how funny that would have happened to Randy Orton though. Just for the production crew to fuck around with Randy Orton. But no, that's not what happened. Someone else was taking out Randy Orton though. Just trying to get the ladder. I mean the briefcase. So now we get to Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali, of what I heard, was supposed to win this match. And the reason why I say that is because I remember seeing something on a Saturday, before Money in the Bank. What? I remember seeing something on a Saturday where the WWE was plugging a series, WWE Chronicles, that's featured Mustafa Ali.
I'm gonna join back.
So Mustafa Ali in this match was doing good in this match too, by the way. With him taking bumps, with him doing all these athletic moves. At one point he did the Spanish fly to Andrade and Rollins off a ladder into the ring, and when Michael Cole was chanting, he was shouting, "What is wrong with these guys?" And I'm like, okay, Michael Cole, that's more like it, man. You're getting into this match. Unlike a certain someone from Impact Wrestling, Josh Matthews. Anyways, so yeah, Mustafa Ali, I heard that he was supposed to win this match. Now I would prefer Andrade and Almas, but I could see why they wanted Mustafa Ali. Because guys like Dan Bryan put him over. As a great star, and everything. He could be a great star. He pushed him into that level. And it's unfortunate he didn't get that opportunity too because he got hurt when he got concussed. Where it was supposed to be him getting the opportunity from that gauntlet match instead of Kofi Kingston, and then they ended up giving throwing him a bone back in what event that was again? I think it was Fastlane. Yeah, Fastlane. He ended up being a triple threat match against Kevin Owens and Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Mustafa Ali did pretty good in that match too. And Mustafa Ali, I'm waiting for his when he's going to get back on that he's going to get back to climb on that ladder or something like that to get what he deserves. So sure enough, basically after finding out that he was going to win this match, and then they put out the whole thing where they did the WWE Chronicles of him. I said to myself, oh, wait, that means he's probably going to win then. They're going to probably have him win the briefcase here. That he's going to become future champion eventually. So Mustafa Ali climbs the ladder. At this point he took out. I'm trying to remember who he took out. I think he took out Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin was the guy left there, and we definitely didn't want to see Baron Corbin win. By the way, we definitely did not want him winning. So Ali, he was climbing the ladder. He's going to get the briefcase, And here's the thing. Before I get to more of this,
What is that? Fire resistance?
I heard that there was supposed to be a third, eighth guy that's gonna be involved.
Okay.
And they never told the stars, that's in the match, like like Ali, Andrade, Orton, Balor, McIntyre, Corbin, Ricochet. They never told them who's gonna be in the match.
How do you make self-auditing?
So, because they were told at first Ali was gonna win the match, but then they changed the plans. And you know what it means. What pertains to change the plans? Vince McMahon was involved in that plan, change the plans, because he's always changing his mind of everything. And when Vince McMahon changes his mind about something, everyone suffers. And guess what? Mustafa Ali, Andrade Cien Almas, Baron Corbin, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Randy Orton, Ricochet, especially Mustafa Ali.
Where'd you go?
They all suffered. Because who's up in the eighth guy? Brock Lesnar.
I hear a gas shooting, but...
You see this shirt? Suplex City. This is the only merchandise I've ever bought of Brock Lesnar. Because I'm a fan of Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I'm a fan of Brock Lesnar. Did I appreciate, approve, and agree to this Brock Lesnar being in this match? No. So Brock Lesnar comes out with Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar runs down and basically knocks out the ladder, and he may hate one of the cameramans, but he doesn't care because he hates people.
He's left. He's not
so
here.
Mustafa Ali gets knocked down off the ladder. Brock Lesnar sets the ladder up, gets the briefcase. So now Brock Lesnar is your Mr. Money in the Bank, and the crowds were hating it. And I'll be honest, I hated it too. As a Brock Lesnar fan, I hated this too. These guys just busted their ass in this ladder match.
Yeah.
They all busted their ass in this ladder match. And for what? For Brock Lesnar to take no bumps, climb the ladder, and then retrieve the briefcase. And now he's Mr. Money in the Bank. He doesn't need the briefcase. Cash in to get to face Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship. Or so basically to say obviously he's going to cash in on Seth Rollins.
How do you hit it back?
And I'm pretty sure it's going to be at Super Showdown at Saudi Arabia. He doesn't need the briefcase. Why can't you just give him the rematch? WWE doesn't make sense with anything anyways. You might just give him the rematch either way. You literally just fuck these people. You literally just fuck these guys over for one guy.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Especially Mustafa Ali. Well, he was supposed to be the guy to win the match. I would have been fine with him winning. Again, I would prefer Andrade Cien Almas, but I would have been fine with him winning too. Because at least he was a dark horse. He was, some people even picked him to win too. But instead, WWE, or should I say Vince McMahon, decided to do a swerve at us and have Brock Lesnar be the guy to win the briefcase. Without taking any bumps. And it makes no sense. Again, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, commentary, Triple H. Remember, Sami Zayn was taken out. Braun Strowman was thrown out. They never mentioned anything about an eighth man. Storyline wise, there was no mentioning of an eighth man.
Because I need it.
This made no fucking sense whatsoever. So I'm supposed to believe that Brock Lesnar, is in his ring gear, shows up and he gets in the match. Again, I'm a fan of Brock Lesnar, guys. I love Brock Lesnar. But it's fucking bullshit. You got these 7 guys that busted their ass in this match. And then in the end, Brock Lesnar comes in and takes the briefcase. AEW couldn't get here fast enough,
Really? How much is it?
Alright, so now it's time for the highlights of the night for Money in the Bank 2019. Before I get to my overall show rating. I added something new here too, pertains to that too. So hopefully I'll do more of that moving forward. So, Swerve of the Night, Brock Lesnar. showing up at Money in the Bank. Moment of the night,
Alright.
Bailey wins Money in the Bank and catches in to win the SmackDown Women's Championship. Entrance of the night, Lacey Evans with her, her outfit and the money gun. Move of the night, Andrade Cien Almas sunset powerbomb to Finn Balor on the ladder. That right there was a move of the night. I would have went with the Eclipse by Ember Moon from the off the ladder to Natalya in the ring. But after see what Andrade Cien Almas to Finn Balor with the sunset for powerbomb off the ladder onto the ladder, and the way the impact of it was too as well. Andrade, he's the man. So it goes to him. Finish of the night, Seth Rollins curve stomp.
It's easy.
Performance of the night, Kofi Kingston from his WWE Championship match against Kevin Owens. And finally, match of the night, the Universal Championship that features Seth Rollins, the champion, versus AJ Styles, the challenger. And my overall strength for the show for WWE Money in the Bank 2019 from May 19th, 2019. I would have given it. Well, the show wasn't a bad show, but at the same time, it wasn't good either. It just could have been better. And on top of that, a lot of things that I hate on the show too. So, especially that ending, 4 out of 10. That's what I'm going with. Bret Hart rating there, 4 out of 10. So that being said, folks, I'm done. Thank you all for watching. For Natural Born Thriller, thank you everyone for watching the WWE Money in the Bank 2019 pay-per-view review, basically. And again, AEW couldn't get here fast enough. All Elite Wrestling, please come quickly as you can, because I can't take this bullshit anymore. Even though I don't watch Raw SmackDown anymore, but still, it's the pay-per-views is the only thing that's keeping me watching the product. And also NXT UK, and 205 Live. But other than that, but yeah, thank you all for watching. So, peace on the streets. Again, this was your WWE Money in the Bank 2019 review. Take care.